One of the biggest surprises so far this year has been the Chicago Bulls. They're off to a really fast start this season. Only one loss coming at the hands of the Knicks, who are also sitting at the top of the Eastern Conference. Last night, they handed the last undefeated team in the league, the Utah Jazz, their first loss of the season. I think the biggest shock for the Chicago Bulls have been how good they've been defensively. On paper, this team just doesn't look like they have any teeth defensively. Vucevic has been really solid down there defensively. He's getting his hands on a lot of passes and knocking them away, which is leading to steals. And this team on the fast break, we knew they were going to be really good. They're excellent on the fast break. They are borderline unstoppable just because they have so many quick athletic guards and guys who can finish around the basket, good shooters. It's everything you would want at a team offensively. And they're kind of using that speed to their advantage defensively. They're able to rotate. They basically don't have to worry about any switches because they're all undersized. So it doesn't really matter who's on who. And they're just flying around and wreaking havoc. Yeah, they've been awesome. Now they did just get some bad news. They lost Patrick Williams for the season, one of their better defensive players. Really the surprise of last year's NBA draft. He was really good. It's sad to see because we would have really liked to see what he could do like on a contending team, and how he would have continued to develop, but he's having season-ending surgery on his I believe it's his left wrist, which I guess is good news. I mean, it's better than it being his shooting hand. So it shouldn't affect any development or anything for him moving forward. I guess he just can't play this season. Also, exciting news for them. They're getting Kobe White hopefully back this month. They're expecting him, it looked like maybe mid-November. He's going to be, another electric guard, another weapon off the bench for them. I think kind of the concern with this group is they just do not have any size. Kind of like I mentioned earlier, they've been using it to their advantage. But during the Knicks game in particular was one that I watched that kind of stuck out to me. They were basically using either Lonzo Ball or Alex Caruso to defend Julius Randle. It worked out okay in that game. But come playoff time, if they have aspirations of a title run, I just don't see how that's going to work against Giannis or Kevin Durant or even Jimmy Butler. Randall, he kind of seems like sometimes he struggles in the post scoring, and Lonzo was basically just knocking the ball away from him every time. I don't think you're going to be able to do that with a Giannis or a Durant in particular. So we'll see what they're able to do in the playoffs. We'll see if they're able to keep up at this winning rate that they have. I guess for the regular season, one of the benefits they have being, a little bit more of an unorthodox team, it's tougher to kind of game plan for that in the regular season. You if you catch them off a back-to-back or, you only have a day to prepare, it might be tough to kind of get ready for this team. I think in a playoff series, though, you can kind of prepare for some of the weirdness that they're rolling out there with. But yeah, really exciting. Caruso, it looks like he could do a lot more than what he showed in LA. They've kind of let him do some playmaking. He's been really exciting on the fast break. He's made some really slick passes, had some big dunks. And then obviously Levine, still a scoring machine. I hope that they max him. I would really hate to see that relationship sour because they're unwilling to give him the max. He's a max player. Somebody's going to max him. And I don't think they'll have to super max him. I can't see him sneaking into an all NBA conversation. So I think they'll be safe there, but he deserves a max. I mean, come on, just give it to him. Keep your best, your brightest young player happy, and just do it. I mean, you're arguing over pennies. Yeah, DeRozan, another really solid piece for them. They're fun to watch. I mean, if anybody hasn't watched them yet, you gotta watch this team. I mean, on the break, they are electric, and Lonzo is really, really good defensively. I knew he was good. I maybe didn't expect him to be like defensive anchor on a team good, but he has been that for them so far. Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing what they can do the rest of the season. I don't imagine they're going to finish at the top of the East like they're sitting at right now. We're still too early on, but I think if they are serious about putting together like a contending team, especially with the loss of Patrick Williams, they're going to have to find some size on the wing to match up with some of the teams out east. I think it's going to be tough for them with the smaller group. I don't think you can rely on Lonzo and Caruso to guard every great player in the East, and especially when you got Kevin Durant and Giannis lurking out there. Vucevic isn't going to be able to guard either of them. With Embiid, you can kind of match up with Vucevic, and well, you may not love it. At least Vucevic isn't going to get completely annihilated like he would with Durant or Giannis. So they've got to find some answers there. They don't really have a ton to trade, I don't think, at this point. Maybe if you don't like Kobe White that much, maybe they could ship him off and get some type of wing player back. But I've been shocked with how good they've been defensively. I mean, they're one of the best defensive teams in the league, at least so far. So we'll see if they can keep that up.